everybody. My name is UHLYARIK. I'm the Fredrik S. Eaton Curator of Canadian Art, and today RENEE van der AVOIRD and I are working off-site as the Art Gallery of Ontario is closed for a little while, but work continues, especially research and writing and thinking about all the wonderful artists who have been part of the Toronto arts community for such a long time. So we decided to come to Wychwood Park. We want to introduce you to some of the artists that really made this a very special part of the city of Toronto. So RENEE, tell us a little bit about Wychwood Park.
Sure. Wychwood Park is a neighborhood in Toronto that was actually an artist colony in the late 1800s when it was founded by Marmaduke Matthews, who was a landscape painter. The neighborhood is very atypical of Toronto. The lots are irregularly sized, and there was a huge ravine that ran through here, so you can see there are some really beautiful old trees still in the park. Wychwood Park was home to two of Toronto's trailblazing artists at the turn of the century. These were Reid and Wrinch, who was from the subsequent generation. But these two artists were surprisingly ignored in the canon of Canadian art history, despite their success as professional artists. Hiester Reid is best known for her oil paintings of really beautiful florals as well as interiors and landscapes, and she worked in an academic high realist style, but also experimented with impressionism and aestheticism, and really has such an accomplished career. She died in 1921, and the following year the AGO, or AGT, Art Gallery of Toronto as it was known at the time, hosted the largest solo exhibition by any artist to that date, and that was a memorial exhibition for Hiester Reid. So she was a really important big deal artist, and she lived right here in Wychwood Park.
Wrinch was someone who really experimented with wood blocks. She really was able to make a living from her printmaking, but she began her career by actually being commissioned to make portraits in watercolor on ivory. This is a technique we believe she learned in England, and she wanted to make a living in the early 1900s in Toronto by making sure that people could have their portrait done not from photographs but rather by hand. She was very proud of this. She was one of the first artists to be able to make a living being an artist. And as always, women artists really depend on a very close-knit community. She was very good friends with Hiester Reid, Marion Long, many other artists, and together they really began an important moment in the history of Toronto. So Wrinch spent her time here in Wychwood Park. She died in 1969. And at the time of her passing, she was very generous and donated quite a number of works to our collection. These are works you can see online, and these are works that we're very hopeful you will be able to see in person.
Thank you all. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.